What a spectacular conference championship Sunday we had in the NFL. The AFC championship game featured a comeback for the ages. The NFC championship game featured a team that's going to have home field advantage in the Super Bowl. We have three big college basketball matchups that we had this weekend, and I'm going to talk about all three of them here tonight. And we will start the show right after this.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sport.
And welcome to the Scott Manning YouTube Sports Weekend Wrap-Up here, everybody. I am so glad to have you with us here tonight. We have a lot to talk about here in about the next half hour or so, and we're going to go right into the show, and I am so glad to have you with me here tonight. And how are we going to start the show tonight? Let's talk about today's AFC Championship game, and we're going to talk about Conference Weekend, and that is how we are going to start the show here tonight. The Cincinnati Bengals came out of nowhere today to beat the Kansas City Chiefs 27-24 in overtime on the road at Arrowhead. Yes, you heard it correctly. The Bengals beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium today. And my congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals for getting the job done. They did it. Joe Burrow, 23 of 38, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. T. Higgins, 6 catches, 103 yards. He was big today. Jamar Chase, 6 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Samari Purney, 3 catches, 43 yards, and 1 touchdown in the game. Sam Hubbard was huge. 2 sacks, 1 tackle for loss. Trey Hendrickson, 1.5 sacks, 1 tackle for loss. Evan McPherson, give him some love. Give him the game ball. 4 of 4 on field goals, including the game winner. To send everybody home in Kansas City very disappointed. But as for the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 26 of 39, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Travis Kelce, 10 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 7 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 3 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown catch of his own. Melvin Ingram III, the only sack of the day. 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. The Kansas City Chiefs scored on their first 3 possessions. The Chiefs were up 21-3, and everybody was thinking blowout. Well, I made the mistake of taking a nap on the first half, which I thought I made a mistake. When the Bengals were down 21-3, everybody's thinking, the route was on. But the Bengals hang tough. They hung in there today. They hang tough. And believe me, that's what it took. But something that stuck out to me, at the end of the first half, when Leroy Apple of the Bengals, when the Bengals got a pass interference call late in the first half with just a few seconds left, and then on the next play, Mahomes threw it to the ground. Everybody was thinking, they're going to kick a field goal. No, they didn't. Mahomes passed it to Tyreek Hill, and the Bengals got a stop on the 1-yard line. No time on the clock in the first half. The Chiefs dominated that first half. They were up 21-3 at one point in the contest. But then all of a sudden, the Bengals started coming back. And for the Bengals, think about this. Evan McPherson, I've already mentioned him. The Bengals in the second half. 2 takeaways, 1 of those in overtime. They shut down the Chiefs to 3 points in the second half. That was big. They shut Patrick Mahomes out of the end zone in the second half of that ball game. Patrick Mahomes, the 2 interceptions I've already mentioned. The Chiefs' offense in the second half was offensive. 34 yards, 2 first downs in the first 5 drives in the third and fourth quarters. That's not going to win ball games, people. That's not going to get the job done. I have never seen the Chiefs play so bad in all my life. It took a game-tying field goal with just 2 seconds left in regulation just to force overtime. Mahomes almost threw an interception, almost ended up losing the game on a pick 6. But the Bengals got the ball, and I'll tell you what, when the Bengals got that interception, I'm thinking they're going to win this thing. And that's what I was thinking. I really was. And they got the job done. So my hats go off to the Bengals, and they did it. The second half, Andy Reid was going like this. That's what Andy Reid was thinking. But then, the Kansas City Chiefs in the second half, they were just bad. And that's exactly what happened to the Chiefs. They couldn't get anything going. I mean, when they got that first interception, they got it back to 21-10. When they got it to 21-13, McPherson kicked the field goal, thinking, okay, they're hanging tough. But then they took the lead, and then all of a sudden, in overtime, they got the job done. That's what matters. And Patrick Mahomes took responsibility for the loss. He took the loss on his shoulders. The first 3 drives, the Chiefs looked great. Second quarter, they were questionable. And then the second half, the Bengals just dominated. And that's all there was to it. I didn't write down all the numbers for the game. I just wanted to focus on the main important information. I have never seen the Chiefs play so bad in the fourth quarter. And I've never seen the Chiefs play so bad in overtime. My hat's off to the Bengals. You said you were going to do it, and by godly, you did it. The Chiefs choked. That's exactly what happened today. The Bengals beat them twice. Once at home, and they beat them at Arrowhead. The first loss for Patrick Mahomes in an AFC Championship game, he'd won 131 passes in an AFC title game without an interception. He had 2 of them. One of them in overtime, which cost him dearly. But to the Bengals, my game ball, Evan McPherson, 4 for 4 on field goals, including the field goal heard around the world, which will send the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl. My congratulations to the Bengals. You did what was next to impossible. And think about the Bengals. They had to go through the wild card round. They had to beat the Raiders at home. Not an easy task. They had to go on the road to Nashville and face the number 1 seeded Tennessee Titans. McPherson beat them on a field goal to knock them out. And then today, at Arrowhead, on the road in a hostile environment, Evan McPherson and the Cincinnati Bengals do it again. They got it done. And by golly, my congratulations to the Bengals. Very well deserved, and you're going to get some love tonight. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be doing some soul searching of what went wrong in the AFC title game. Now, from the AFC Championship game to the NFC Championship game, this game was a dandy. The Los Angeles Rams beat the San Francisco 49ers 20-17, despite the fact the Rams were down at the half. And they were down 17-7 at one point. Matthew Stafford, he was 31 of 45, 337 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Cooper Kupp, his number 1 go-to guy, 11 catches, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Odell Beckham Jr., 9 catches, 113 yards. And that's all they needed. For the San Francisco 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo, he was 16 of 30 for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Deebo Samuel, 4 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. George Kittle, he was a go-to guy last weekend against the Packers, but not so today. 2 catches, 27 yards, and a touchdown. Nick Bosa, I feel bad for him. 1.5 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. That was the disappointment. A Travis Howard interception with just a few seconds left sealed the deal for the Rams, and that's going to send the LA Rams to the Super Bowl. The Rams are going to have home field advantage, baby. And this is the second year in a row that a home team is going to have home field for the Super Bowl. It is only before the Buccaneers last year, it had never happened. This is the second year in a row that we're going to see this accomplishment come to pass. My congratulations to the Rams. Let's see what happened today. What happened with the 49ers? Oh, let's see. They only had 16 first downs, only 282 yards of total offense. They were penalized 6 times for 54 yards, and the Rams almost had the ball for almost 36 minutes. That's what happened today, despite the fact they were down 10-7 at one point. Jimmy Garoppolo's only interception cost the Rams today. That's all there was to it. Matthew Stafford, think about this. He's worked hard. 1 year ago, he was with the Lowly Lions. Today, he's with he's on a team that's only one win away from their destiny and a world championship. A great win for the Rams today. They got it done. But think about the 49ers and what the 49ers had to go through. Let's give them some love. As much as as crazy as it sounds, let's give the 49ers some love. Here's why. Before today's NFC Championship game, the 49ers had to beat these same Rams down 17 in the final week of the season just to get into the playoffs. And then the wild card game against the Cowboys and against the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, they had 10 sacks. And they held Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers to 27 points total. They did their jobs and then some. But today, they ran into a team that was more hungry and more destined to be in the Super Bowl this time. My hats go off to the 49ers. You guys had a great season. You guys came back when nobody said you would. But to the Los Angeles Rams, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham Jr. and company, you guys are only one win away from a world championship. You guys won. The Rams organization has a Super Bowl ring, but that was in St. Louis. Now they want to get one for the city of Los Angeles. We will see what happens in Super Bowl 56 when the Los Angeles Rams face the Cincinnati Bengals. And think about the Bengals. Joe Burrow was asked after the game, do the Rams having home field advantage in the Super Bowl matter to you? He said, nope. We've already beaten 2 teams on the road in the playoffs. What makes you think we can't beat the Rams? Joe Burrow is very confident. Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase of the Bengals, they're showing the same confidence now. But when Matthew Stafford, Odell Beckham Jr., and Cooper Kupp were asked after the game, what do you think of playing the Bengals? They said, bring them on. We'd take any challenge seriously. We'll have the home crowd behind us, and we'll see what happens. Super Bowl 56 promises to be a blast. The bottom line is this. Nobody expected this matchup. This has been a crazy NFL season and a crazy postseason. I was thinking, okay, maybe the Chiefs or the Titans would be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. That's all there was to it. Nobody expected the Cincinnati Bengals to be here. Maybe except the Bengal fans. But when they beat the Raiders the first time, I'm thinking, okay. But when they beat the Titans and they beat the Chiefs on the road back-to-back weeks, I'm thinking the Bengals are really for real. The Rams better not sleep on these guys. And they better not. The Rams are confident, but don't sleep on them. That is my warning to the LA Rams and to their football fans. Now, the Rams, they had an easy road in the first weekend. Then they all of a sudden, they almost gave it away against Tampa Bay. And then today against the 49ers, they had to come from behind to win the NFC Championship game. I will be getting you guys ready for the Super Bowl here in a couple weeks. I'm going to take a week off in NFL action. I'm not even going to talk about the Pro Bowl. I'm not wasting my time with it. But one more time, my congratulations to the Bengals and the Rams for making it to Super Bowl 56. Got it done, bottom line. And my hats go off to both teams. All right, that is enough of the NFL talk. Let's talk some college basketball. We had two crazy matchups, one out of the Big Ten and one out of the Big East, that needs to be talked about today. The Ohio State Buckeyes lost to Purdue 81-78, but my hats go off to the Buckeyes. They were down by 20 at one point. Then Jaden Ivey stuck the dagger in Buckeye Nation with a three-pointer at the buzzer. And I'm going to be sick about that for at least the next few hours. For Purdue, Jaden Ivey, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. For Purdue, Zach Edey, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. He was 2 of 9 from the field, 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Sasha Stefanovic, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists in the game. Eric Hunter, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. For Ohio State, Malachi Branham, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. E.J. Liddell, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Now, what happened today with Ohio State? Well, let's see. Purdue shot better from the field, 48.3%. Ohio State only shot 46%. Purdue was red hot from beyond the arc, 47.1% to Ohio State's 31%. Now, Ohio State did do better from the free throw line, 78.6% to 57.7% for Purdue. Purdue out-rebounded Ohio State, 38-32. But Ohio State only had 6 turnovers. Purdue had 10. But Jaden Ivey, a lot of people in Columbus are going to hate him for a while because he stuck the dagger in Buckeye Nation on the road at the Mackey Arena. My hats go off to Purdue, but my hats really go off to Ohio State. Down by 20, you guys came back, got it, made a game of it, and you guys have nothing to hang your heads about. But I'm going to hand out some awards. I got 2 Scott Manning College Basketball Hardwood Awards I'm going to hand out this week for this game. Let's see. My first one goes to Jaden Ivey, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. 8 of 20 from the field, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Jaden Ivey, congratulations to you, sir. As much as I don't like to say it as a Buckeye fan, I'm going to give you a Scott Manning College Basketball Hardwood Award. But you know what? I'm going to hand out one more. Zach Edey, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. It may not sound like much, but he was 7 of 9 from the field, 6 of 11 at the free throw line. You know what? I'm going to give Zach Edey a Scott Manning College Basketball Hardwood Award. So those are your 2 Hardwood Award winners for this game. What's going to happen with Ohio State in the rankings, we don't know. It's going to hurt. This loss is going to sting a little bit. But the Buckeyes will be back. Ohio State head coach Chris Holtmann said, I just got stunned at the buzzer. And he's absolutely right. But a big win for Purdue because right now they're fighting to get into the top 5 nationally. And Purdue has a team. Purdue's got a fantastic basketball team. I'm not going to lie. They played their hearts out today. And that's all there was to it. All right. And the next game that needs to be talked about. Let's move on. From the Big Ten to the Big East. Number 22 Marquette, number 17 Providence. And Providence escaped 65-63 today. Nate Watson, 17.6 rebounds, 1 steal. Justin Mayani, my apologies if I can't pronounce your name, my apologies. 14.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Noah Harshler, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Al Durham, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal today. For Marquette, Daryl Moore, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals. Tyler Kolek, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal. Justin Lewis, 13.6 rebounds, 2 steals. Nate Watson got a slam dunk, and he got fouled and completed a 3-point play to seal the deal. But what happened in this game today? Let's see. In this game, Providence won despite the fact that Marquette shot better from the field. But Providence was better from beyond the arc. Now, shooting from the field, Marquette shot 41.8% from the field. Providence only 38.8%. From beyond the arc, Providence shot 30.8% to Marquette's 26.3%. Marquette was better at the free throw line, shooting 80% to Providence at 68.8%. Providence out-rebounded Marquette 40-31, and that does include some big rebounds too. But Marquette had fewer turnovers. Marquette turned the ball over 9 times to Providence's 13. But Nate Watson was the hero of this game. And that's all there was to it. And that's the truth of the matter. I have never seen anything like this in my life. Providence stuck it to Marquette today in the closing seconds. And that's the bottom line of the matter. A great win for the Providence Friars and a disappointing loss for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Now, those were the Sunday games. We've gone from the Big Ten to the Big East. Now we're going to go to yesterday's game in a rare game between the SEC and the Big 12. This game is part of the SEC Big 12 Challenge. Number 12, Kentucky. Number 5, Kansas. Kentucky upset Kansas yesterday big, 80-62. And it was a huge win for the wonderful Wildcats of Kentucky. Keon Brooks Jr., 27 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Oscar Teshevik, 17 points, 14 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals in the game. Killian Grady, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Jacob Toppin, 11 points, 3 rebounds for the Wildcats. And that's all there is to it. For the Kansas Jayhawks, Christian Brown, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He was 5-11 from the field, 1-3 from beyond the arc, 2-2 at the free throw line. 2 historical footnotes in this game. This is the first home loss for the Kansas Jayhawks this season. And this is the first time since 1985 that Kentucky has won at Allen Fieldhouse. That is huge. That's a huge accomplishment right there, people. And that's all there is to it. But let's think about this for a second. If you look at the numbers in the 5 categories that I put down, I call it a draw. Kentucky shot better, 50.8%, almost 51% from the field. Kansas only shot 40.7%. Both teams shot 33.3% from beyond the arc. That's where the draw comes in. At the free throw line, Kansas was better, 80% to 75% for Kentucky. Kentucky out-rebounded Kansas 41-29. And Kentucky outbeat Kansas in the rebound department, 9 turnovers to Kansas's 11. So it was really a 3-1 victory for the Kentucky Wildcats and a big win. And in the rebounds, when Kentucky out-rebounded Kansas 41-29, that does include a 12-7 difference on the offensive end of the ball. This was a huge win for the Kentucky Wildcats. But you know what? It's time to hand out some Hardwood Awards for this game. For the Kentucky Wildcats, I got 2 awards I'm going to hand out. Keon Brooks Jr., 27 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. He was 9 of 16 from the field, 9 of 10 at the free throw line. Congratulations, Keon Brooks Jr. You are now the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. But I'm going to hand out one more. Oscar Teshevik, 17 points, 14 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals. But he was 8 of 13 from the field for the game. So congratulations to you, sir. For the second time this season, you are going to be a recipient of another Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And what a game that was. For Kentucky to go into Allen Fieldhouse, beat Kansas the way they did, that was impressive. Oh, but you know what? I got to back up to the Providence Marquette game. I got to hand out one Hardwood Award. Nate Watson, the game winner for the Providence game. You just got yourself another Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. My apologies to my fans there, for all my fans that were watching. I messed up. So congratulations to all my Hardwood Award winners this week in the world of college basketball. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for my closing thoughts. After everything that has happened this week, after everything that has happened this weekend in the world of the NFL, our Super Bowl matchup has been set. Nobody expected this one at all, maybe except a handful. The Cincinnati Bengals will be facing the Los Angeles Rams in Super Bowl 56. Go back 2 years ago when Zach Taylor took over the team. The Bengals were the laughingstock of the NFL. They couldn't do anything. Now, all of a sudden, the Bengals, they have a chance to do something very special. They have a chance to go out and win the Super Bowl after having 2 bad seasons. Let's think about that. For the Los Angeles Rams, they're going to get another shot. The Rams and Matthew Stafford. Think about this. Stafford coming over from the Detroit Lions, he has a chance to win a Super Bowl ring. What a victory celebration it would be if the Rams win it at home. But the Cincinnati Bengals, so far in the playoffs, they have proven to be the road warriors. No pun intended to Animal and Hawk. But a big win for the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, going into Arrowhead and knocking off the Chiefs. And to the Rams winning at home and having home field advantage for the Super Bowl, right now, it's a 50-50 toss-up in the opinions of many of the odds makers at this moment. I'm sure a lot can happen between now and then, but we'll have to wait and see what happens in Super Bowl 56 here in a couple of weeks. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me here on this night. Please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Scott Manning. All you have to do is type my name, scroll down, look for this pretty face, click subscribe, and you will see all the sports videos I have done so far. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me here on this night. Thank you so much for being with me, and God bless. Good night, everybody, and I thank you.